will not bend. Game time. Run it up, 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 run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's right. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time, game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Another nice. There at a first down again. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
Down to about the 45. The Raiders at 6-5 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And that will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Throw for it on fourth down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And some room to maneuver.
And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he'll just get rid of it.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Hopkins' kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now, back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Complete. It's Johnson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr.
Again, it's Johnson.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Now Carr.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Complete to Mike Williams. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Chargers.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chargers 3, Raiders 0.
Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, He joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play, that's a -4.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line.
A gain of 11 yards. It's now 4th down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't you practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing into? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
A first down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's 2nd down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Carr now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And into the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Eckler now between the tackles. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Herbert now. It's Williams on the catch.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Williams. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Up the middle with Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
It's Eckler again. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Carr now on first down. Going for Hurd on the deep ball.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr going to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Justin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he's got room.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Third and long, it's Herbert. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
They'll try the right side with Eckler.
There to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. On the give, this is Eckler. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The handoff, it's Eckler.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down, Eckler. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
This one from 46 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw again on second down. Carr. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Carr. And now here's another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
It's second and 8.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Third down.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
115 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Rolling to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Now back to throw. And this is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a play fake. Carr. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Carr.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Carr now to throw. Got a man, it's Darren Waller.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas.
47 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On third down, here's Eckler. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
And here comes Abdullah on the return.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
On first down, Carr. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A pass complete downfield to Renfro.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now Eckler. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Here's Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone. They throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up. You end up throwing a pick. Everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out. I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
Throwing his car. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. This one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game